Hey everybody, this is Timothy Gay, and today I had some requests for some strategy behind Dose, the card game, which is the sequel to Uno. I have another video that explains how to play the game, so you have to check that out. This one is more kind of what would you do on your turn, because there's some distinct strategy to this game. So I've dealt 2 hands for 2 players, 7 cards each. I haven't looked at them yet. And then now I'm going to flip the opening card draw, which is, the 2 card pile. So we got a 6 blue and a 2 multicolor. So let's take a look what we have here that we could play. Now, the impulse would be, of course, we can match that 2. But I probably wouldn't do that because it's unlikely that my opponent has a 2 to match it also. So we want to save that and hopefully use it as a kind of a block for our opponent, something they won't be able to play on. We're hoping they don't have a 2. The odds are higher that they won't. So what I would probably do is I would take this 4 and this 2 to start and play on the 6, okay? And that gives us a double color match. So we get the double color bonus, which means we reveal that. Our opponent gets an extra card because we double matched, and then we also get to pick a card to lay down. Now, our initial idea would probably be get rid of the bigger cards because you don't want to be stuck with those big cards. But here's why you should not do that, especially at the beginning of the game, because since we did double match, we get to add 1, and that's going to give a 3rd pile for our opponent to play on. We've already got a high number 9, which has more flexibility for a double card match. This 2 is helpful for us right now, passing on to our opponent. What I would probably put down here is this 1, because the most they can do there is a single match. We don't want to give them a 10 where they can play, 2 higher cards, maybe a 9 and a 1 or an 8 and a 2. The option, and then the risk of getting a double color match is, we don't want to draw cards. So that was player 1. The strategy there was, get the lower card out your hand now while we're not in danger of our opponent going out, because we also made them draw a card. So now it's our opponent's turn, and we got kind of unlucky here because they've got 1s galore, and they've got this number card here. Oh, and they got a 9. So we kind of had bad luck there. That's part of this game, and that's what makes it pretty fun. So I would say our opponent would want to play that 1. Our opponent would also want to do that. Get rid of that hashtag. That's 40 points at the end of the round. I don't ever mess around with the hashtags unless I absolutely have something I'm thinking I can do. So that's 1 single color match, and then we'll go ahead and get rid of that 9 there because we got lucky on that flop. So these get all discarded, okay? And the single color match here is perfect for this hand because we're only going to give our opponent 1 more option. We hope that these... Okay, that's good. That's great for our opponent, not for us. So for them, with all these 4s here, I'm going to say you get rid of one of those 4s. Normally, if they didn't have so many 4s, drop that 1 or the 3. But since you got that many matches, it's likely, especially in 2-player, to come back and you can play a 4 on it. So now it's our turn again. We've got 5, 2, and a 4. So we're kind of out of luck here, but it's not the end of the world if you have to draw a card because you get to play it. Okay, now it's kind of, we got a match here with the 5. So, it's just a no net gain or loss or anything there for us. So this will go out, and our opponent's stuck with these. We don't know they have all those 4s, so this is a good way to leave it for us. Okay, so now our opponent's going to play any of those 4s, match it, and then pass it back to us. And another bad, flop for us, but that's okay. Let's just draw and see if we get lucky. No, we didn't. But now, since we don't have any matches, we are allowed, if we want, to play a card as a 3rd stack. And in this case, we got this pair of 7s here. I would definitely drop that 7 out there. Hopefully, that's actually Well, we already did it. It was probably a mistake because we didn't know our opponent had a 4 and a 3 here. So our only hope on their turn is that we call dose before them. Calling dose in this game is huge. If you can catch someone with dose before they say it, it's pretty devastating. Now sometimes it can be in their favor, but you got to remember that dose, they aren't able to use the penalty cards until their next turn, so they won't be able to go out. So it's basically stalling them one turn. So you definitely want to yell dose as quickly as you can. So let's go on. Our turn again. We got a 6 here. We got nothing to match still. So it came back to us. And look at that, a 6 single color match. We see our opponent has 1 card. So in this case, we want to get rid of this 10 because we see that they're about to go out. They're not going to go out this time. Got a 5 and a 1. Oh, Adeline is my opponent. So we go back to me. And remember, dose. You got to yell dose. Toss those out. Thank you, Adeline. Awesome. Okay, there's the 10 still. They got a 5 and a 1. Still sticking around. Gonna add a 1 to their hand. It's not gonna help them at all, but they're probably gonna want to dump this 5 because they see it's getting close. It's getting close. So we don't have any matches still. Gonna draw a card. There we go. That's perfect. That. Dump this 9 for the single color match. Oh, dose. Make sure you say dose. And then we go to our opponent. Still no match for them. They're in a terrible spot there with those 2 1s. They're kind of in trouble. Now we got a 3 here, and we're going to hope to match any one of these. And we do. Okay. So we go back to this. Still no matches here for them. They're going to draw a card again. Oh, they're just having the worst luck. So they're going to dump this 6 in hopes that, you know, they only get stuck with the 3. Got a 3 here. And this is some bum luck on both sides. We got an 8 and a 3. Going to dump the 8. No matches still. Going to draw a card. This is nuts. A 3. Nope. Can't do it. They're going to dump the 3. And they didn't know we had a 3. So that's a round of dose. And I want to thank Adeline for helping me make this video. And if you have any questions, just remember, dump your low cards at the beginning of the round, and hopefully you're able to shed the other ones later. But you don't ever want to give your opponent big cards as your bonus rewards until it looks like the game is going to end soon. So you know, you got to know when to make that switch. And you got to know how many cards they have, especially for calling dose. You always want to know how many cards your opponent has. It's very important to keep on top of that. And it's pretty cutthroat with the yelling of the dose. So that's about it. And we'll catch you on the next video. Bye, Adeline. Bye. Bye-bye.